Hey people, this is Ray on my road tours. Hey, the other day somebody asked if I would do a demonstration video on reinstalling the factory GoPro Hero 5 lens into my modified Hero 5, my ribcage kit. So, I figured I'd do that. And before I get started, I want to apologize for not making any travel videos, drive laps, and stuff like that here lately. After that last round, I ended up, last round of trips, I ended up with pneumonia. And if you haven't had that, it sucks. And if you have, you understand that I'm feeling better now, but I'm just taking time, a lot of time off, to make sure I'm fully recuperated. The thing with pneumonia, if I can say it right, you get to feeling good and think you could take on the world, call your boss up, say, hey, I'm coming back to work, or go shoot hoops with your buddies or whatever. And then you relapse and you feel just as bad as when you first got it. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing, taking time off, make sure I fully recuperate from that. I got some really cool trips lined up, and I don't want to take a chance of relapsing and missing those trips because they're just right around the corner. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for those, find them interesting. So without further ado, let's get to the matters at hand. Installing the factory GoPro Hero 5 fisheye lens back into my modified Hero 5. Alrighty, I really love this case. You can actually order just the cage, rib cage case, from Backbone. It's pretty neat. So, I'm going to set this out here because I'm going to use it as a little soft workbench. Get out my camera, get out the factory GoPro lens stuff. Now, before I get started, this, I'm not entirely sure why you'd want to use the original GoPro lens. You don't really buy a camera like this to do that, but I guess it's nice to have the option. Now, with that said, they make some really nice M-class type fisheye lenses that I believe are a lot better quality. Where's the adapter? No, okay, sorry. Looking for another piece. There's an adapter on here. So, anyways, that's probably what I would do before I use the GoPro lens. I'll try to explain why here in just a sec. Well, for one thing, this is plastic. It's not machined aluminum like my other lenses are. It's very, for all intents and purposes, the GoPro is just an outstanding action camera. But, this isn't near high quality as lenses that are out there available for like these rib cage kits. Also, if you notice, there's only a small amount of threads there. So there's not a lot of thread engagements putting it into there, back into the rib cage. Same thing with the adapter. If you notice, I don't know if you can see that, but there's very few threads. 2 or 3 tops. So, and this adapter screws in counterclockwise while the lens screws in clockwise. So once you get this on there and you start fine-tuning this, trying to get that focus in on this GoPro lens, you have to be careful and not break the adapter loose. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. Another thing, I don't know if you notice on this adapter, there's these little notches on each side. I don't know if they'll come out on this. And this here is what they call a key. And it's got little tangs on both sides underneath here. And they align on there. And what that's for, you use like a coin here, and you can use that to screw on, screw off the adapter. Now, I generally have luck with just using my fingers. Again, this is a little piece of plastic. The threads on here are machined aluminum, so you gotta be real careful. You don't want to cross thread those. So, let me go ahead and get started here. I don't need this casing right now. Get that out of there. Alright, right now I'm shooting with my 5.4mm lens. I really like this lens a lot. Now, to remove this lens, it's pretty simple. You just get a pair of vice grips and lock down on it and break it loose, and then from there, okay, I'm just joking. Once it's tuned in, it's pretty, it's snug, but you just kind of grip on it a little bit, and there it goes. See, and it'll slowly unscrew. And each lens has its own O-ring, and there's a chart, and it comes with a selection of these O-rings, so it depends on which lens you're using as to which O-ring to use. This lens also has a little gasket that seats inside where that adapter goes, so that kind of helps seals it up. Alright, so I'm going to put this over here so I don't scratch that screen. Take that O-ring off right now. But see, this one has quite a bit of threads in it. And I mean, really, you're only going to need, a handful of those. But you have a lot more tuning options than this one here. Alright, so set that one right there. I won't worry about that later. Alright, so put our adapter on here. Like I said, I usually have pretty good luck with just using my fingers to screw it in. And for the interest of the demo, I'm not going to be real precise with this. I'm just trying to get it in here. It's pretty childproof. I'll go ahead and see if I can finish tightening it. There. Okay, so now set that there, get our O-ring, put that back in there, and again, like I said, that adapter's counterclockwise while the GoPro lens is clockwise. I actually thought about just gluing the adapter onto the GoPro lens, screwing that in, but I don't know. It's just not something I really use often enough to really try to figure out how to streamline. If I do need another fisheye lens, or come across a situation where I need one, I think I'll just buy an M12 fisheye lens. So, turning this as slow as I can, try not to break that adapter loose, like I said. I'm not trying to be too precise, because it's for demonstration purposes. Eventually you'll get it snug enough to where that O-ring stays in place. See right there, we're pretty close. Still got a little gap there, so it's probably not on target. Let's power this up. These other lenses, it doesn't take me too long to get them dialed in and powered up. You can see I got a little dust bunny on that sensor. I think it's from that plastic adapter. Just anyway, those of you with the DSLRs, we're used to dust bunnies. You just get your little, puffer, rocket, whatever, pull the lens out and pump some air in there and blow that out. Okay, so anyhow, I'll just continuously dial this in by looking at objects as I turn it in. Once I start seeing a little more detail in those objects, I'll focus on something else and keep going. And when it looks pretty close, then I'll actually take a picture or video and put the card in my laptop, some with a much bigger screen. Just because it looks sharp on this little 1 or 2 inch screen, it doesn't mean it's going to translate into a big monitor or paper or whatever. So you definitely want to, pull the card out, put it on something else, and zoom in and see what the sharpness looks like. Now, Backbone does recommend, just plugging in an external monitor while you're doing this. So, but I've gotten it to where I can do it pretty quick without that. I'll give you a demonstration when I inserted my other lens back in, because I have no intention of using the factory GoPro lens. Just wanted to show people how that works. Okay, so we'll set that there. See if I can screw that off. See what I mean? There's just not a lot of threads at all. Alright, put my gasket back in here. Put my O-ring back on. So I usually can, when I swap these lenses, I usually can get them dialed in pretty quick. See, you can make out stuff a lot better right there. See what I mean? Got that little dust bunny there. That's going to be annoying. I got to get rid of that. Anyhow, it's not quite perfect, but it is real close. I mean, real close. So I don't have any cards. I don't have a card in here, sorry. Or I would snap a shot, blow it up on a larger monitor, computer, whatever, and really look at the detail. Let's see, that's pretty close. See, I bet you anything, it's right on there. But like I said, you just can't take a chance with this little 1 or 2 inch monitor. You really need a bigger monitor. Alright, so I just wanted to do that, give you a demonstration on what it's like to reinstall the factory GoPro lens, fisheye lens, and show you what I go through to tune one in. Alright, hope this helped someone, give people, a little behind the scenes on what it's like to swap lenses on a backbone rib cage kit. This is the Hero 5. I'm not entirely sure if the 3 or the 4s translate into the same procedures, but I'm sure it can be too different. Alright, I thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and also don't forget I got some upcoming videos here in the coming weeks that I think y'all find really interesting, hopefully entertaining. And y'all have a great day. It's St. Patrick's Day. Have a blast, but don't drive. No drinking and driving. Anyway, be cool.